Did you enjoy that? So the induction is very simple. Let's just give you a couple of quick pointers before you do it. Number one, first and foremost, is go into trance, right? By now you've had about 3 days of experiences of doing this, so just go with it, enjoy yourself. Number two, track your own experience. It will evolve. You don't suddenly just go from alert and awake in normal everyday consciousness to being a deep trance. It can happen, but we're not looking for that now, right? You can evolve. You're kind of using the that's right principle on yourself, aren't you? You're allowing it to begin, you put more attention on the things that are working, it works a little more, and you go like, wow, this is great. Instantly, the resistible induction is fantastic because you get paid by someone to do hypnosis, and then you're doing it on yourself. If you're a therapist, this is a great way of doing it, because like they think they paid you to overcome their fears. Meanwhile, you're sitting there going like, wow, yeah, I'm afraid of that. Not for long, right? You're going to track your own experience. The important thing, though, is you're essentially going to describe your own experience to someone else, but in the second person, as though you're offering a suggestion. Make sense? So, for example, the first thing I felt when I sat down here was my breathing. So what did I say to you guys? You might be aware of your breathing, right? Then my arms had a kind of like a light, tingly sensation, so I started talking about that. Now, there's something very important you want to do here. There's actually two things. The first thing, this is how you can measure your delivery. In other words, your performance is going to be very important. To the extent that what you're saying helps you maintain or deepen the experience you have, that's a good thing. If, however, you find yourself having to kind of rouse yourself out of what you're doing, or what you're saying kind of feels like it's violating the feeling you're having, in other words, it pulls you away from that, then you're not delivering it correctly. Does that make sense? You have an inbuilt thing. So, for example, I'm going to put myself in, I'm going to do this incorrectly. You can feel a comfortable sensation in your chest. Can you hear the disconnect between how it should feel and actually what I'm saying? It actually forced me, it jolted me out of the experience, right? So, as you're describing the experience in the second person as though it's a suggestion, you want to do so only as slowly, deeply, smoothly, whatever verbal qualities you want to put onto it, that enhances it for you. It does not take away from it. It doesn't clash with it. It doesn't kind of wake you up more or whatever it is. Does that kind of make sense? Right? The second thing you want to do, which is the next point here, is very important that you include language softeners here. For obvious reasons, right? Not everyone's hands are going to start tingling just because yours did. So you're using the language softeners to offer possibilities, and if they're not accepting the possibilities, in other words, when my hands tingled, I don't expect that all of your hands tingled. They might start tingling when I suggest it. But even then, in a group like this, it won't happen for everyone. So I'm offering it as a possibility, and I can build on the possibility in different directions. Does that make sense? And really, that's all there is to it. It's 4 simple steps. I mean, there's an advanced version. Do you want to know what the advanced version is? I don't know if it's kind of overloaded with kind of details. It's kind of a little bit tricky, but I'll tell you if you want me to. Yeah. Would you like me to do the advanced version? All right, but I warn you, you asked for this, all right? So if you can't do it, don't add it on, all right? In the advanced version, you're doing all of this, plus, this is where it gets a little bit tricky, It's tricky. I apologize. Oh, there's a Meta Advanced version as well, which makes it even, no, actually beyond the very good.
Oh, okay.
I know. This is like really sophisticated. Do you want that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I warn you, you may not like this. Only speak on their exhale. Oh, that's new. Only speak on their exhale. You're creating a feedback loop now. And when people exhale, they tend to relax more. So you are indirectly increasing that. Does that make sense? Is that an easy set of things to do? Go ahead.
Does that's right mean that I'm saying to my intended subject that's right? Or I'm
Yes.
embodying that?
I think the only honest answer I can give to that question, so the question is, does that's right mean that I say that's right to my partner, or only that I embody the attitude of that's right whilst I'm doing the induction process and so on? And honestly, there's only one way I can answer that, and that's by saying yes, it is. It's a good question. Thank you. And both is best. Go ahead. So when I did it with you guys, the question was, were my eyes open and closed? They were mostly open, but they were partially closed.
And when you say mostly open and partially closed, do you mean that they were, maybe your eyelids were drooping slightly at some point?
Honestly, let me ask you this way: does it really matter? What matters is that your eyes are open for long enough that you can see responses in the subject, right? That's the only thing that matters. If along the ways your eyes are closed for periods of time or drooping along the ways, whatever floats your boat, honestly, it does not matter. As long as you haven't lost contact with the subject, that does matter, right? Any other questions or comments? So, who wants to have a go at the irresistible induction? Don't all jump up at once. After all this build-up, right? Okay, so what you do is find a partner, and then just quietly, slightly find your ways to think. You may as well start the irresistible induction as you walk towards your exercise space, because you may as well start building that momentum inside yourself, might you not? So by the time you're sitting down, they think you're about to start, but you've already got a head start on them. Wouldn't that be something? So find a partner, find someone to work with, and spend maybe 5 or 6 minutes doing the induction and then switch around. And whilst you're in there, you might as well give them a gift. Whatever you want to give them is fine by me. Whatever comes to mind right now, okay? Are we good with that? Off you go, guys.